You guys are still working. You guys are still defending. Building up the Marines. Still waiting to save up for the Australasian refurbishment program. I do wonder if I get too many of the refurbishments done, whether this bonus is going to stick as high. Yeah, this is only for the first 50 ships. So the more ships I get from the refurbishment, especially if they are just old ones, the less effective this is going to be. So I should probably have done this, built 50 ships and then done that, but never mind. Not exactly playing optimally at the moment, seeing as there's not very much I can actually do. Right, next. Logistics. Ace pilot promoted. Cool. Looks like the Reichspakt is bringing in more and more troops over there. Japan, meanwhile, has cut off Siberia. There's the engineering companies, that's good. Let's keep going with the military police in case we have any occupations to deal with. Speaking of which, these are all fine, so we're not having any occupation problems with that. They're attacking us all over the place. And now we could do the Australian one, but it's not going to let me do it just yet. So let's keep on saving up political power. After much speculation today, King Edward VIII and Princess Catherine of Greece and Denmark, now styled Queen Consort Catherine of the United Kingdom, married in a lavish ceremony, followed by a lengthy parade in the British capital, where both newlyweds greeted the public and the reporters from across the empire. The wedding has caught the imagination of the British public, sparking renewed interest in and enthusiasm for the British monarchy. And for many, this is thought to be a brand new chapter in the monarchy's future. Already speculation has begun as to when Edward and Catherine will expect their first child. His popularity goes up. Wasn't it already really high? Yeah, it was already very high. Always around even when there's no stream. I come around when there is a stream. I'm very dedicated to the channel and to Twitch, thanks to Mordred Chat. Well, thank you, Colinus. No, no! The Flemish bikes are here. Quick, we need to show them our bikes are bigger. And we call them tanks. Yeah, we cheat slightly. This guy capitulated, didn't they? Capitulate once already.
Move out!
Squish. We win. Hopefully gets you a little bit more experience as well. And you are still getting Panzer Leader experience. Unfortunately not Cavalry Leader yet. So we will need to try and put you in charge of some cavalry division type thingies. Ah! This will get us a bunch of light and heavy cruisers. Australasia will get us submarines. But we don't actually deploy them straight away. So we could actually just deploy all of this stuff after we've built the 50 ships for free. Interesting. Okay. Well, once we got the Marconi deal, I think we're going to go back to rebuilding the Glorious Fleet. Then probably fund new dockyards, national shipbuilding, so we can get those out as quickly as possible. And then probably continue down here. Mexico, cancelled Lend-Lease. Australasian aid arrives. And once we hit 300, which we will do pretty soon, we shall be able to do some stuff. Now, are there any limits on when I can actually do the refurbishments? Like, if I have too many ships, do these become unavailable? No. Okay, good to know. Oh, and they've arrived again.
Come on!
Go and fight them. Why not fight the Indies with the decision? Because that reduces the amount of political power we generate for a while. And right now, I want to mostly just get rid of the... Oh, can't actually show you what it does. The massive debuff we're still suffering from. Which you would actually see in here. We still get a 33% construction debuff. Which I'm trying to get rid of with these expensive ones. So I think next up we'll do business subsidies. Here we go. Between the corporations which are already in Britain and which will no longer be under Union management and the corporations that are returning to the country from abroad, both will have their hands full in attempting to reorganize themselves and have a new way of doing things. If we don't establish some kind of subsidy program to tide them over, we can expect a great deal of bankruptcies and trouble ahead. May need to increase the draft? Nah, we've still got a load of focuses that give us more manpower. Oof, you've been cut off. That's not good. How about we don't get cut off? That'd be good.
Ready, sir.
Okay, we were going to rebuild the Glorious Fleet now. And then the dockyards and the national shipbuilding. Putting together a new British Navy will be an enormous task. We must prepare the dockyards to work over time, as this may be the largest construction effort of all time. Meanwhile, we have actually encircled quite a few troops here. Look how weak those units are. Blimey. They do not have a lot going for them still. Continuing to do naval invasions against my coastline, but it's not really getting them anywhere. Or West Indian Raid. Thank you very much. Do I have up-to-date ship models? No. And that's primarily because we still don't have the ship designer. Which is a very good point. We do need to do that. So I think the next political power thing that I gain is going to be for that. And we're going to save political power for the designer, and then we'll need to research. Shouldn't take too long. Light attack, heavy attack, depth charges, range. Torpedo attack, max range. Light attack, heavy attack, max range for the heavy ships. I don't think the heavy ships need it quite as much. I think just having more powerful destroyers might be better. In which case we can just go ahead and start researching the battleship. Or we could try and get some light cruisers. Just go for a huge fleet of light cruisers and battleships. We have a lot of steel. Fuel will become a problem. But we can buy that from America and Canada. Yeah, I think we're going to go for John Brown and Company. We're going to go for light cruisers. Although... Fleet and Being doesn't have very good cruisers. Cruiser Org plus 10. Light Cruiser, Sub-Detection, Organization plus 10. So destroyers have slightly more, except they don't because that evens it out. Here, Destroyer Org, Destroyer Org. Destroyer Sub-Detection, Destroyer Org. Light Cruiser Org, Sub-Detection. Yeah, destroyers are just generally better. So there's no real point building light cruisers. We'll just go for destroyers and battleships. Old school. So if we make the destroyers better, then we may as well start just researching battleships now. In fact, we're a ways behind. Get that done quickly. Battleship build time is the issue. Yeah, but we have a 150% build bonus. Minimum. We can probably get that even higher with dockyard output, which we can get pretty easily. How's the marine training going? It seems to be going quite well. No problems. Alright, that's Recon 4s. Now we want to start working on destroyers. So long as we get the design company before that tech finishes, we're fine. Our aircraft carrier is good. I've never liked them that much, I'll be honest. I don't think they're necessarily bad. I just prefer battleships. Are they mining my shores? Oh boy, yeah they are. Okay, so we're going to need to get some minesweepers. Good to know. I'm gonna wait until we can get the ship designer. Oh, and we also got Dudley Pound, who is a screen attack and defense. Yeah, we definitely want to focus on the destroyers early. We'll just need to make sure that we have some pretty good surface fighters. Brrr, brrr. They've landed again. For the moment. They're still trying to do their huge attacks on my coastline. Their huge attacks keep on not going anywhere. Who am I fighting? Everyone! I'll show you. I am the Entente. So we're basically the Americas and Britain and Australasia. We're fighting against the Reichspakt. So we're a little bit outnumbered. Although Japan is also fighting the Reichspakt, it's actually doing a pretty good job against Russia. It's just a slow process. And we have done a D-Day down here for Spain, though it looks like they're being pushed back, which is unfortunate. Ah, we can afford naval ship designer, which was going to be Swan Hunter, so that we can get the destroyers going. If we are to get anywhere close to a fleet of old, we'll need to erect brand new dockyards throughout the nation. And what else do I want? We are going to need cruisers for recon. And I think it does make sense to get the big ships out first, so that they're part of the shipbuilding bonus, the 50. Splashing that out in 50 destroyers doesn't really seem worthwhile. I like using carriers, but mostly because I'm an aviation nut. Battleships do quite well on their own. Hard to find for, and the effort to build up an effective carrier fleet is difficult. Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't really bother. Oh, they've landed again. Go and finish them, please. Thank you.
Fall back!
Done. Right, let's go and punch these guys again. Now, question, can I upgrade you to my motorized jet? I mean, mostly, except for the medium tanks. Do it anyway. Ah, and here are the Marines. Good.
Ready!
And you are definitely going under Deviat.
Attention! Ready!
Get you some experience on the way. Glorious! How did the war against the Germans start? They declared war on us. Wasn't anything particularly special about it. They just decided they didn't like me. That's a point. Do we have the ability to make scout planes? No. So that's another technology that got lost along the way. It's basically the new tax that went. Alright, so we can get the British shipbuilding deal, which gets us 10% cheaper all ships. And much cheaper equipment refitting. Then we can also get the priority navy, which is probably what we'll do for the extra dockyard construction speed, and also just another 20% production cost reduction. We cannot construct our new ships alone. We'll require the assistance of secret people. It's your boy Lux. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Attention!
Although I know that Sterling is also very good.
Attention!
Ah. Viart is even better though. Actually, is he?
Ready to move!
Sterling has the attack. You know, I think that Sterling is going to be better just because he has the attack bonus. So let's switch those two around. So let's put Deviat here.
Yes, sir!
And we'll bring Sterling in here. Plus Sterling has the infantry commander thing, which our Marines currently are infantry. So that makes more sense. Then let's have you lot train. Because we can't get naval superiority just yet. And there it is, modern lightship hull. Is there anything else I want to research before we do this? Yeah, probably. Do I want to do this with the bonus? Yeah, let's get that out in just 45 days. In which case I will spend a little bit of political power on the foreign naval designer. Our nation has the capability to build ships, but we are lacking design know-how. We should hire some foreigners to help us overcome this issue. At least for now. And that'll get us to 150 naval experience, which is definitely going to be enough. And the legation city's just basically paid for it. Thank you. Yep.
Fall in!
Invasion again. Three, two, one.
Guns!
Well, we seem to have won the air battle over the UK. There are some pretty hefty fights going on for Spain right now. I mean, the more that they attack us, the more casualties we inflict, the better. And we are inflicting a lot of casualties right now. on Dover there. It would be very, very, very annoying if we lost Dover. Definitely want to make sure that the armor is done. Oh, but we can research advanced heavy ships. Yeah, do that. Panamean aid arrives. Good. Costa Rica has capitulated. Great news. Ah, finally a success. Well, I'm going to give this to Panama. Oops, can't. Need to give myself some more points first. That should do. Cool, Panama's grown. And with it, we now own all of Central America. So we could go into a fight against the Buenos Aires-Lima axis, which will give us the entirety of the Americas. But, quite frankly, we have other problems, which I would much rather be focusing on right now. Besides, that would distract my allies in Spain. And actually getting a beachhead in Spain would be a good thing. For king and country. And Australasia's giving us some more. That's good. Let's wait until we can get the farming subsidies. We're up to 76% construction speed bonus. That's pretty impressive. And in fact, it's so impressive, I think what I'm going to start doing is building up some dockyards in areas that have lots of ability to do that. Portsmouth fell. Oh, no. Do not let them take this. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. You saw nothing. Everything's fine. Okay, national shipbuilding deal done. Let's go on to prioritise the Navy. Of the three divisions of our military, the Navy is the one that requires the greatest of attention. If we control the seas, then we control trade, and if we can prevent invasions from being launched against our shores. This will also give us a 25% bonus to construction speed for dockyards. Oh, Italy has landed again. Let's go and stop them again. Trade restrictions have meant most British citizens have been on wartime rationing for many years, so the expansion of our imports should come as some relief. We do, however, need to subsidise the farms so they can assist in rebuilding our supplies. The rationing measures also need subsidisation until private markets can begin to manage our own. That and that puts us in the negative for a little while, but that's fine. And I would like 30% construction speed, please. Thank you. We really need minesweepers. We really need ships. Ships would be a big bonus. Gonna wait until we get the centimetric radar. Which is that one, yeah. We want fire control for the heavies. And that's all of that, actually. Submarine bonuses we could do with, but they're not mission critical. But we're close enough that we can do that. So yeah, once we have the centimetric radar, we'll start researching some light cruisers, or building some light cruisers. All or nothing armor scheme, good. The reveal chance is going to be mostly the subs. We're going to want mine sweeping. Oh, we could get planes to do minesweeping. And 50% avoidance. Let's get the degaussing. Seems like it could be useful. What about naval invasion attacks? I mean, we've already got a bunch of them.
Come on!
Meanwhile, Portsmouth is under heavy attack. Let's go and wipe them out. Then go and wipe them out. And then go up here. Bish bash bosh.
Listen up!
And Sterling's training is very nearly finished. That's good. That's very good.
Orders!
Keep the Lend-Lease going. 38 days until new units are going to be available. Let's bring the tanks over here again, because they do seem to be hitting my coast pretty hard right now. Oh, the Australasian Navy is in port. Hi guys! Probably trying to get some repairs, right? Not from me, or not.
Yes, sir!
Okay, priority Navy, done. New call to arms would be 50,000 more manpower. Or we can start getting some more civilian factories going. You know what, I think I like that idea. A great deal of the United Kingdom's civilian industry has been damaged or outright destroyed by the war. We must concentrate on rebuilding it. "26 days. Have I built coastal forts? Nah, no real point. These attacks are so
Listen up!
puny. There's no real reason to do it.